They're here just to see and listen and learn, good or bad. I know right behind you, just something to talk about, these head walls. We prefabricated these outside and brought those in. Good process, bad process.
Quality's controlled, safety's, don't have to worry about it here. You come slap them in. Mayo did make a few tweaks after they saw the first one, so there was a little bit of rework. In the first areas, we did catch it for the rest of production, but really good process actually. Would highly recommend doing it more often on other walls as well.
We set up a big tent out in the parking lot. The idea was that, hey, we're gonna prefab these with labor outside before, and so that when we actually go in and start building these priority walls, we just bring them in and stand them up. So it would limit the amount of people that we had in here and give us a little more control. So you're right, we did spool sheets for these specific elevations.
Spool sheets are CAD drawings of the plan that we do ourselves. Us, the electrician, the plumber, everybody, BDC, BIM, whatever you want to call it, but everybody goes in, makes their own drawing with dimensions that tell you exactly where every device go, right? Up here at the header, up to the top is framed in the field, but this whole panel, you can see the track all the way around. That's what's brought out. Then our framers just slap them up in place. And essentially we have a center line mark. Depends on the room, but typically the center box is center line of bed or center line of room. We have markings on it and they come shim them into place, and then we just frame the sides into it.
Everything overhead is coordinated with, like he said, in the building information model with the virtual design and construction team. So what I have seen, I've been on multiple tours. They do the head walls, they do the overhead, they prefabricate quite a bit in addition to the exterior skin panels. So it's just really a nice thing. My thing is if you prefabricate, you find those problems before they ever hit the field, and it just eliminates so many of those roadblocks. So really neat stuff. If we happen to hit one, we'll see some of the kiosks where they have the models open, and then obviously BIM 360 glue, right, to show the model in the field for the foreman. So really cool stuff.
That really helped. We created, just from a scheduling standpoint, instead of P6, we call it a Takt plan. It's basically a glorified Excel sheet, right? But it's just different colors, and each trade kind of knows, hey, if I'm this box car or this color, this is when I work. It's one page, easy to follow, as opposed to a P6 schedule where there's 50 pages and 20,000 schedule items, right? It's hard for even guys like us who are good with the schedule, but for the trades who aren't quite as savvy with P6, I mean, it makes it very easy for them to see, hey, in 3-4 weeks, I'm starting there. I better have my material ready, bring it out the week before or whatever, you know?
For example, what zone is this?
This is zone 12.
And what box car are we in right now?
So we just are starting in wall, and you can see some of it going on. So a lot of this was actually done. We put a hold on it for a little bit. Now we're back in here, but they should be starting in wall. In this area, it is the last area that we're doing in wall. So it'll be the last area to drywall on level 1, but a little bit of a head here.
How often do you post your schedule?
We do an update every month, and then typically it doesn't change a whole lot. As far as Takt plan goes, there's a little shifting of it, but not nearly as much as what you have to do in a P6, right? I mean, P6 is like every item all the time. For us, the biggest one is this in-wall, is we call it boxcar 5. Typically that always stays, right? But in your P6, your electrical rough-in, your plumbing rough-in, like actual start, actual finish, you know, you're going through an update in that. But as far as this, it's pretty bulletproof. We don't care to the day as much. This is kind of a week, a bigger picture, so it's a lot easier to follow.
Do you get good feedback from the field, not just the supervision, but maybe their lead people, that they can follow that relatively well?
Yeah, and we sit down every month with them when the schedule is, it's right before we publish it, right, Brent? Essentially, we go over it with them, make sure everybody's up to speed, savvy, then it gets published and sent out. Typically, that's the major trades, the key players, right?
You get, I mean, one of the biggest benefits, you get everybody talking the same language, right? So everybody knows zone 12, level 1 zone 12, everybody knows boxcar 5, and the guys know who is in boxcar 5. The thing that we've got to get better on for the next job is really, you know, boxcar 5 is 4 to 5 weeks. So how we manage the activities that happen within that boxcar.
Yeah,
So
essentially
I think the next one, we need to better define that so that the guys aren't, well, I got 5 weeks in here, you know, I can just take my time. We need to do a better job of making sure that, okay, whether we break it down as 5.1, 5.2, whatever, that, hey, you got 1 week and then you're going to move on and let somebody else put it right behind you. So lesson learned on this one. Trying to get better at it, but definitely next job.
There's kind of many pull plans that should go along with them because it's 5 weeks for everybody for MEP, but who really needs to go first, right? Who's not going to block the other guy? That's probably the stuff that we've started doing, has gotten better, and the trades understand it now at this point. But
Has your prefabrication helped you with that?
it has, because it's eliminated the busiest wall in every room, right? The head walls for the facility are the busy wall. Everything else, it's a lot of service outlets, data. They want TV or something in millwork, under cabinet lighting. That all the work's here, and all the work's done before it's even time to do this. So that does help quite a bit. So
Looking at 2 jobs, we're going to do that, and we're looking at full overhead MEP prefab, where you're just running racks up with everything in it.
So we did shared racks. That's the main systems, call it whether it's home runs for electrical or main water, main med gas, main duct. That stuff was prefabbed as well. Again, coordination with that, who stacks on top of who. And a lot of times, you probably won't see it very often, maybe here, maybe up on level 3 if you guys go up there, but we actually have horseshoes cut out of the framing that we can put that stuff up, and then it gets framed in around in boxcar 4.
If we floated you $20, could we open that? Would you show us?
Yeah, I need the money first. So. And we do have them posted in all the huddle areas, which I think you guys are going to as well. So
They're all in ones. Is that okay?
yeah,
I'm here, brother.
1 page, simple Excel. It's just the week, the Monday of every week, and all the areas in the floor from concourse up to, I believe, even like level 6.
You got water on site?
Yep.
That's awesome. Thank you for showing that.
Yeah.
Too.
Really cool, like if you walk in, it looks like super clean like the outside. It's awesome. Like I've never seen a German production site. It's so clean if you come inside. And you have everything on, a lot of things on wheels, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. So one of our big things, and it's getting worse on level 1, like we walk through here, there's a ton of shit everywhere. It's just the nature of the first floor. These are the last areas, right? So we've been able to stay ahead. We don't have anywhere to go now, unfortunately. But requirement for us is everything is on wheels. Everything is mobile. So if somebody needs to get into this room, yeah, there's a lot of crap in there, but it's not getting a pallet jack. It's not picking up boxes. It's, hey, let's wheel the gang box out to a different room so we can get in here. It is a requirement for us on our jobs. Trade
Like-
by budget. Yep.
This is like Bavaria. Clean, no crime. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I really
I'll see you guys.
appreciate
I'll see you guys around.
Remarkable.